Hi there guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rachel Password. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, comment down below, share the video, and let's get into the video. Today's topic is something that is very serious and something that I went through, and I don't want anyone else to go through that situation, because it's a situation where you feel so alone, so lonely, so dark in the corner that you are too afraid to seek for help, too afraid to speak out, and you just feel so suppressed, and it's just like a dead end. And I want to just share some light on it, so that if you're experiencing anxiety or any form of depression or whatever the case, there is still hope, and that you can definitely come out of it, okay? And it's possible for you to feel joy again, to be happy again, to get your life back, because depression or anxiety really does drain you and makes you believe that you are alone, and that you are not enough, and that you don't add any value to your family or to your life or to the world. And it's just really a whole lie, and believe me, it's all just in your mind. So what is anxiety? So anxiety is it's thoughts. It starts from having thoughts of negativity. It can be caused by situations, it can be caused by a lot of negative things happening around you, and you feeding on them, and it affects your mental state. It's a feeling of just defeat. You feel very defeated, like 100% defeated. You feel like you're not good enough. You feel like you have no reason to exist. You feel like giving up, and you literally just give up on yourself. You speak so much negative things and thoughts in your mind, and to a point where you give life to these thoughts, and they start controlling your whole existence. And the more and more you dwell on it, the bigger that anxiety grows, and the more real it starts actually the more real it starts feeling, okay? And the more real it starts feeling, the more fear you actually start having, because now you've grown this thing, and now it's actually so real to you that you are now fearful of death, or you're just now fearful of anything, pretty much. Really, I don't know if it actually makes sense, but I'm sure it makes sense if you have been in a situation like that. Or for people who don't understand, some people may think that it's just you being anxious, or maybe you have a mental issue, but it's really something that can happen to anyone, really. You can be unhappy about a lot of things, and that can cause you to go in a state of mind that is so negative. So I'm just going to share with you guys my experience with anxiety. I remember the time last year I was going through my own personal stuff. I had my own things that wasn't working so well in my life, and that was just going to do with ambition, school, work, life, love life, family, finances, pretty much everything that that everyone is concerned about in their lives. And I wasn't moving in the direction that I was aiming to be in, so that was frustrating. And I was feeling pretty low. I was at the lowest of my lowest. I started to question God. I started to question whether I'm meant to be here, if whether I am really serving anything, because I'm not seeing my value. I'm not seeing what I'm adding to the world, because I feel like there is a reason why you live, to serve a purpose. And I was feeling very inadequate, and I'm sure we all experience these things where we just feel like we're not where we're supposed to be. And it got to me, and I pretty much gave up, really, and I lost motivation, and that just sent me in a corner where, I was feeling very numb, and I was accepting defeat. I was accepting all these failures, and just allowing it to take over me, and to a point where it really was starting to seem real, because I gave it life, I gave it meaning, I gave all these negative things life, to a point where I started believing that I wasn't good enough. I started believing that I am a failure. I started believing that you are not serving a purpose, so then why are you existing? You are not adding any value on this earth, so why are you even existing? These are the kind of words that was like rambling in my mind constantly, because it was just like too much. And the more I just focused on those things, the more it started becoming so real to me in my head that maybe I don't belong here, maybe I shouldn't be here, because I I was just weighing myself down, and I started feeling so anxious. I started feeling too overwhelmed. I lost interest in pretty much everything. I really didn't even want to wake up. I didn't really want to do the things I wanted to do, because it started interfering with my personal life. It started interfering with the things that I also loved to do. I do enjoy like socializing with other people. I do enjoy, you know, just doing the fun things, but I lost interest in all of that stuff because I just felt that there's no need for me to be a part of anything, because I'm just a loser. That was pretty much what was in my head. And it was so challenging because I did not confide in anyone. You are in need of help somehow, but you don't want to express it. You are convinced that you're going to be a burden to the next person if you ask for help. Like for me, I never felt comfortable speaking about it because I just felt like this is too dark, you know. I can't offload this to anyone. There's just never a time where you can really speak about like extremely deep things sometimes with people. And yeah, also that also comes from the fact that maybe you don't have people in the circle that you trust. Maybe you don't have people that you know that got your back, and that I don't judge you for not being comfortable enough to speak about it, because I understand you, you know. But yeah, like there's those people that judge other people, that say things like, well, you never said anything, well, there wasn't any signs, well, you never reached out to me. It's not that easy as just to be like, you know, hi, I'm going through this. But like for me, what happened was I was so low to a point where I was questioning a lot of things. I was questioning my faith, I was questioning God, I was questioning my existence, I was questioning a lot of things, and I was trying to convince myself that you don't belong here, you are just taking up space. And I thank God that I come from a home that is very spiritually and godly centered, and I didn't even want to seek for any help from church or anything like that. I missed 2 Sundays of church intentionally because I didn't want to go. On the third one, it was just a matter of force, and even though I was in church, I had told my mind already that okay, we're just gonna go and be here for the sake of being here. And that was my mentality leaving the house that Sunday morning. And so when I go to church, what happened was there was a sermon, and I was already like closed. I had made up my mind, and so I was like, no, I'm just gonna attend the service because of just attending. But like in the service, in the sermon, they were preaching about faith and how Jesus was faithful to God's calling on earth. So of course Jesus was destined to come down. He was crucified on the cross, and all of that was predestined. The challenges, the difficulties, the times where he was spat on, the times where he was, you know, judged, he still kept consistent. He was still faithful to God along the way. What I took from that, from the preaching, was that if God was willing to bear all of that throughout his journey, just to know that at some point he's even going to be killed, and then only then is he gonna resurrect, and only then is he gonna go into heaven. He would have been like, I mean, I've come this far though. I mean, do I really have to still be crucified? Could have chosen to simply let go. You could have chosen to simply say, you know what, Rach, you're not worthy. You're not worth it. So I found my worth in the fact that God did not give up on me. I found my worth in knowing that what he went through was a demonstration of his love for me. His love made me believe that it was not worth it for me to allow this thing to take over me. It was not worth it for me to allow myself to dwell in such sadness, to allow myself to be overruled by these feelings, you know. It made me realize that there is a powerful God who's able and who has already and willingly delivered me, and is willing, he has shown his love, and he has done so much, and he's more than able to do it again. I don't know, man, it's just, I know sometimes you know the verses, you know the scriptures, but sometimes when it comes at a certain time in your life where you're experiencing something that is relatable, it hits differently. You know what I'm saying? His sacrificial love meant something. There's a reason why he was willing to sacrifice. He was willing to sacrifice himself for me so that I can be freed. I don't deserve to be in this cloud. I don't deserve to be in this circle. I don't deserve to feel this much void. I don't deserve to be in this darkness. You don't deserve to be in a corner of feeling overwhelmed and feeling fear. You are literally experiencing fear all around you, and that's just the devil. That is just the devil that's manipulating your mind. You dwelling on it, you are giving it life, you're giving it existence, you're giving that enemy power over you to say things to you, to convince you, to make you believe that you're less than, of which you are not. And I was so grateful that I was somehow in church that day, and I received my deliverance because I was able to pour my heart out, and that's how I was able to explode everything out of my chest. In prayer, I was freed in the presence of God. That was just God's grace. And for someone else, hopefully this is definitely what can help you to overcome it, because maybe what you need to realize is that someone out there already paid the price for you. Someone out there sacrificed for you not to take your life. Someone out there sacrificed for you not to give into the negative thoughts, and that there is always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and there's always going to be a solution for you at the end. And also, everything that you're going through right now, just know that it's in your mind, it's your thoughts. Yes, the situation around you is something that is real. Yes, maybe you are heartbroken. Maybe yes, you are failing at something in life. Maybe yes, you're not where you're supposed to be in your life, your career. You're not where you're supposed to be with the things that you plan for yourself. It could be that this is definitely the environment that you're in, and you can't run away from it. But the reality is that there is no need for you to give power to this negativity, because I don't know why I'm going to scripture too much, but scripture is what really helps me and builds me. So I think that's in the book of Matthew, don't know the verse specifically, but a man that came to Jesus to say that his daughter was sick, and was asking Jesus to come to his house to come and pray for his daughter. If you can you please help my daughter? And then Jesus said, only just believe. Everything is possible. Everything you want is possible if you just believe. When he got to the house, it was already a funeral, because the child had died. Physically, the child was dead. People were already mourning. But Jesus is saying, only believe, and everything is possible. And even though you're not where you're supposed to be, you are not dead. You are only sleeping. You are not dead. You are only sleeping. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up, because your thoughts are just thoughts that you have power over, because you are giving it life, and that's why it's overpowering you. All this time, it had never had so much impact on your life until you decided to take it into your system, and now it's a problem, and now it's starting to seem so real to you that, oh my God, I'm panicking, oh my God. It's all in your head. It is all in your head, and God is still saying, you're not dead. You are not depressed. You're not going through a mental breakdown. You are just asleep. You don't know any better. You just need to wake up, and that's it. You're just asleep, meaning you are not physically present. And he told the little girl, get up, little girl, and walk. And she stood up and she walked, and she was alive. She was dead. She was physically dead, but now she's alive. And also, it's definitely is a gradual process, but I would encourage you to meditate. Meditation, you're trying to build yourself from within so that you are solidified. And listen to sermons, listen to motivational videos. Like, I love listening to Les Brown. He's such a great motivator. He speaks about courage, positive mindset, because he himself comes from nothing, and he's very relatable. I listen to Les Brown. Nicity, she's like a confidence coach. I love listening to Winnie Lee. Start journaling, start writing down your feelings. It helps you, because with you journaling, it allows you just to be present, to be aware of where your mind, your headspace is at, and just to help yourself understand what's going on. And so it will help you to know what to pray about, what to work on, and what you need to watch to motivate you again, to give you a meaning. Yeah, so that's that with journaling. And another thing would be you having someone in mind who will just help you pull through, like you knowing that I need to fight this, so that I can, if not for me, at least I need to live, so that I can better the lives of my siblings, my mom, my dad, and I wouldn't want them to know that I'm leaving this world because I gave up on myself. I'm leaving this world because I felt this type of way, and I can't just give up now. And just you having someone in mind that you truly love, like your mom, and it would hurt them very much to know that you took a selfish decision on taking your life, and you add value to their lives. You may not know it, but even though you're not where you want to be, you still add value, and your life, people are depending on your life. People are depending on your success as well. People are depending on you as an individual. You bring value to the world. You are here for a reason, and every day, even though you see the things are not moving how you want them to be, just know that every day is a new day, and every day people leave this world. Every day a new life is born, and you have the opportunity to be on this earth, and it's all by grace, and it is not your doing, and no one deserves to lose anyone by selfish decisions. And think about it, like your parents have probably gone through the most in their lives, but not even one day did they decide to let go of you guys or take their lives and just give up on you guys. They still thrived, they still went through it all. Don't think for once that they never thought, this is too overbearing for me, this is too much, let me just leave the world. And if they'd done that, where would you be right now? I mean, whose house would you be living under? Who would be paying your fees? Think about it that way. So you can't be selfish about your life because of what's happening, these challenges. Just know that this is you're part of the journey, you're part of the process, you're part of the 4 seasons. Just like Christ, he came knowing that there's going to be winter, there's going to be summer, there's going to be spring. Everything has a challenge, it's got a purpose, everything has got a blessing that it comes with. And you're going through these anxieties, it's a challenge. It's a challenge that you are greater than, and you don't have to give in to your thoughts. Don't give in to the situations. I'm not saying ignore them, but of course you fortify your spirit, strengthen your mental health, work on your self-beliefs, work on who you are, your confidence, your belief. Surround yourself with happiness and joy, and fortify your spirit, and then you are going to be stronger than the voices in your head. And also, like, don't neglect your family. Maybe just you can speak to someone in the family and about how you're feeling and what's happening, and they can really help you. This is pretty much my story, and I hope this helps you, and I pray that this definitely does help you. Don't forget to like, comment down below, let me know what your story is, and also share this video with someone who needs it. Comment as well, and don't forget to watch me next time on this segment on mental health. But what I'm sharing is from my perspective, from what I experienced. I really pray that people that are going through anxiety and depression and any other mental issues, may God really protect them and help them in Jesus' name. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you guys on the flip side. Thank you for watching. Bye. You can watch the videos up next.